Alright, what's up everybody? My name is Raiko. Welcome back to another video. Today what I have for you guys is my opinions on the stress test beta for Mortal Kombat 11. Now my experience with this beta comes from day 1 and day 2. The footage that you're looking at right now is from day 2 of the stress test beta. I do not think I'll be able to play on the third and final day, but that's totally okay. I think I've compiled enough information and enough of an opinion to inform you guys on how I feel about the game so far. Now, starting off on the very top of my list, I think that this game does great at a slower pace, and it's definitely very much appreciated. Now, if you're going in thinking that this is gonna play like MKX, you're not 100% wrong, but you definitely want to take your time and learn and adapt to the game, because you know you'll most likely see it in this video. I'm guilty of jumping too much. I find myself trying to jump over the opponent and trying to autocorrect so that I can hit him with a light or a medium punch, and that just like never happens. And it's definitely something I have to work on, and I have to kick that habit. The game runs great. The game sounds great. I don't know if you saw that little stutter just now, but there's a ton of people on the stress test that are playing with Wi-Fi. Now, if you're on Ethernet, if you and your opponent on Ethernet, so far so good, the game is gonna run fine. But if one of you is on Ethernet and the other person is on Wi-Fi, then the game really starts to struggle, and the lag can get so bad that the moves that we're supposed to hit just will not, and you're just gonna have a tough time, and you're gonna start getting frustrated. And I was towards the end of my live stream earlier today, I was definitely finding myself to be frustrated. Now, for the most part, I only played as Scorpion because he was the one that I was most interested in. I played Scorpion a lot in Mortal Kombat X, and I was only focused on seeing the changes that they made to him, because I pre-ordered the game and I'm gonna be able to participate in the other beta come March 28th. So for the stress test, I only wanted to jump in as Scorpion. My younger brother, he also got a code, and he was able to play test Baraka, and he's been sending me text messages about his win records and stuff like that, and he live streamed on Mixer, and I was able to see some of the stuff that he did with Baraka, and Baraka seems to be very cool. His blade sparks, they're definitely, how can I put it, if Baraka wants to keep you away, then he does a pretty good job of it. And it's a shame that sometimes people online, like some of my opponents, will give themselves certain Baraka moves that they wouldn't be able to utilize properly because they wanted to play keep away, and that almost certainly ended with them dying every single time. The character that I had the most trouble with in this beta is definitely Scarlet, for sure. The Scorpion mirror matches, they were difficult, especially if I found myself going up against a Scorpion that just knew what to do better than I did. But for some reason, Scarlet was giving me such a hard time. Now, I say that because some of her strings, when she goes from high-low, is just a bit too fast for me to react to. And then she has a lot of far-reaching specials and far-reaching normals, and I couldn't really get around that. I found it proving to be incredibly difficult. But you know, thankfully I ran into a bunch of people that actually wanted to rematch, and I was able to like learn to match up, learn and adapt and whatnot. But from the 3 characters in this build, Scarlet was definitely my least favorite character to go up against. Scorpion mirrors were fun. If the person knew what they were doing with Baraka, it definitely proved to be challenging, but not as much as the Scarlet fight. Because this online mode only has online, you know, it's so when you go, you'll find yourself in the main menu. You have Conquest, Crypt, and whatnot. You can't access it because the stress test is only online. There's no way for you to go into I'm messing it up here. There's no way for you to go to the pause menu and see the frame data and see what's safe and what's not. And your best bet is to hope that your opponent does not skip the intro, or if you're fast enough, you can do it in between rounds. And in order to figure out what to do with a character, you would have to play match after match after match after match after match after match just to try to be good. Now, from day one, I racked up a win record of 20 plus. I want to say 26. Was it 27? I'll find out right now. Never mind, here we go. So at this point of the recording, I racked up 30 wins, 23 losses, and I kept having people decline me. And that's, in my opinion, that was the toughest part about the beta. It wasn't even the lag spikes. It wasn't even the matchups. It was just the fact that I was trying to get matches and people just kept declining. So what I did for this video here, I had to fast forward to when I was getting match after match and people weren't declining because I set up the live stream, and for about 10 minutes straight, people were just declining me. And it's not just people that just started the beta, it's people with like 100 plus win streak and they just didn't want to play me because they saw my record, you know what I mean? And that was my least favorite thing about the beta, having people decline, because you would think that if you signed up for a beta, you're gonna want to play as many matches as possible, but that for the most part that just didn't happen, and it sucks. Now I've got the gameplay going on in the background, and it kind of feels like if Mortal Kombat X was underwater. Now I say that, and I don't want you guys to think that it's a bad thing or anything, but I appreciate how slow it is and how both you, excuse me, both you and your opponent really have to sit there and think. For the most part, while I was live streaming, I had my girlfriend behind me, and she was telling me that she appreciates how slow it is because now she has, well, excuse me, she feels that she has a better chance of learning. What else can I say? I definitely wish the fatal blows were punishable if they were, not whiffed, but if somebody tried to perform a fatal blow and you blocked it, I just wish that you could whiff punish them a lot easier. I was lucky enough to have Scorpion, because if I was, for instance, I went up against the Scarlet player towards the end of my live stream earlier today, and he tried to mash fatal blow, and because I was far away, I had access to my spear and I was able to punish him. But other instances like Baraka and another Scorpion, where they would whiff, excuse me, when I would block the fatal blow, they'd be safe for some reason. That was really annoying. And then because of like certain lag spikes, I'd go up against another Scorpion and he would do an amplified teleport and he'd be safe, but then when I would do it, I wouldn't be safe. You know, that's definitely something that was a little awkward for me. The following isn't really a complaint, but I tried to go through the moves list and I couldn't figure out how to wake up. I couldn't figure out how to do the wake up. I couldn't figure out how to do the defensive moves. So that was kind of a buzzkill, but nonetheless, I was still like finding myself having fun. I found myself punishing wake ups, getting hit by wake ups, punishing some of the air recovery options. So that wasn't so bad. Another thing, the crushing blows, I definitely appreciate that they're a thing. It's kind of like a wake up call. So for instance, I was playing online earlier and I had maybe a total of 10 down 2s crushing blow meme. Now you would think I would learn from my mistake of not trying to press buttons, but there you go. He ended his connection was so bad. You would think that I would learn from my mistakes and not press buttons when I'm not supposed to, and I kept getting crushing blowed. And thankfully, the animation for the crushing blow, excuse me, is slow enough that I can be like, okay, let me calm the fuck down now, and let me relax, let me backstep. You know, I still have all my meter. The time is on my side. You know, let me just take a breather and like relax things. And once I was able to like get a calm head and play at a much slower pace, I found myself doing a ton better. Just like what I mentioned earlier, I have to shake the Mortal Kombat X out of my bones. Yeah, it's my have to shake that from my system, because I'm so used to Mortal Kombat X, and I'm so used to that playstyle that it's just a little difficult for me. But I'm not mad at Mortal Kombat 11. It's so much fun, and it's a lot of fun. It's still combo heavy. The gameplay is just slow. So if we all had the opportunity to go into practice mode, go into training mode, and try to figure out some of these things, we'll be a lot better off, and we'll be able to find certain things that we liked. But because none of us are able to do that, it's definitely proving to be something of a challenge. I definitely wish that this beta was available for a lot longer. I wish there were more characters involved. It doesn't bother me that Scarlet, Baraka, and Scorpion are the only characters. I figured, I guess I just wanted there to be at least 5 for the beta, so there could be a bit more variety. But I'm not mad. I had a great time. I had a really great time with this beta. I'm looking forward to the March 28 beta. I'm hoping that there's a training mode. There probably won't be. But you know, here's hoping. What else? What else can I say about the beta? Honestly, I think that's it. The interactables were fine. The interactables were fine. Myself and my opponents didn't really use them so much. We were just so focused on trying to out-footsie each other, trying to out-poke each other. I actually found myself with a really angry message on Xbox. This dude was so upset. He accused me of like poke spam and that I ruined his experience. And I wanted to be rude back, but I was just having fun just playing these games. I definitely found myself to be frustrated against some Scarlet players, because again, I technically do not know what I'm doing. You know, I don't know how to wake up. I don't know how to air recover. You know what I mean? So I found myself getting flustered and frustrated, and the more time that I spent breathing and like reassessing the situation, the more fun I found myself to be having, and the easier some of these fights went. It's such an interesting situation when the round starts and immediately you and your opponent just backdash and just hold the block button for like 10 seconds, just waiting for the other person to slip up. For each of my play sessions, I want to say, let me see, for day 1 I played for about 3.5 hours, and day 2 I played for about an hour and a half, and some of these matches were some of the most stressful situations I've ever been in a fighting game. But like in a good way, you know what I mean? Because you're waiting for the other person to do something. You're waiting to see if they're gonna slip up, if they're gonna walk towards you first, if they're gonna backdash and whatnot. I'm sorry for the quality. It's I was streaming from the Xbox. I don't really have a capture card yet. But I definitely found myself in some of these interesting situations, and after playing the beta and after like thinking on everything, like this game is so much fun. It's like crazy. And then it's so like I appreciate that it's more footsie heavy, and if you're patient with the game and if you read your opponent, this game rewards you. You know what I mean? So if you punish your opponent and your reaction times are on point, landing a big combo and landing big damage, or like 2 crushing blows, 3 crushing blows in one combo, it's some of the most satisfying things, because you get that aha moment for your opponent. You get that I out footsied you moment. You get that good play, and it's so interesting that to feel that way, because again, I'm so used to Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat X, and I just have to applaud NetherRealm for saying that their game was going to be more footsie heavy, and then just like sticking to it and just making it what it is. Because hot damn, even with 3 characters, this game is hella fun. I honestly might play the beta again tonight. Maybe not. I'm definitely thinking about it, but holy shit, man. This is some of the most fun that I've had in a very, very long time. Oh my goodness. I don't want to stop talking about the beta and how much fun I had, but I feel like this video is getting to be a bit too long. So if you guys, yeah, this is the end of my stream anyway. Let's see if I can pause this here. So for right now, what I want you guys to do is leave me your thoughts on down below on the video. Let me know what you guys thought about the stress test. Did you guys play all 3 days? Did you only play the first day, the second day? Is your first day going to be on the third day? You guys let me know. Let me know who some of your mostly anticipated characters for Mortal Kombat 11 are. Let me know about the most hyped single player content that you can't wait to get your hands on. I just can't wait for this game to come out. I really can't. I'm hot damn. I hope that the March 28 beta just has more characters so that we can just fiddle around with more variety. And I hope that they have a practice mode. I hope that they have frame data available if such a practice mode exists. Probably not, so that some of us who take fighting games more seriously won't have an edge on some of the more casual players. And if we don't get there, that's totally fine. I'm totally okay with that. Man, I kind of want to play the beta more. I really do. I probably won't. But because this beta was so fun, I can't get it out of my head. Guys, my name is Raiko. Let me know what you guys feel, how you feel, if you're excited. I know I'm probably repeating myself, but I'm just too excited. I'm having so much fun. Mortal Kombat is back. It's probably the best that it's ever been, and the best that it's probably ever going to be for a very long time. I'll see you guys in the next video.